Well, you're most welcome back to Gmodism channel. This is your host Eric, and you are watching the Army of Gmodism Trials Season 2. Today we are going to test out the system made by Flauternaut, which is the Skyfire. Matros 3rd class Flauternaut, that is. And the Skyfire is a very neat looking little design. It's going to be very interesting to see it in action. It is a laser designator based system, which I think is one of the few laser... well, whatever. We'll see. I don't remember how many laser designator based system we have. It's a really good way to make missiles in any case, because you can make them really maneuver and get to fast targets easily. And naturally, the most reasonable business as usual, proximity fuse with incendiary warheads. Smart stuff. And before we jump right into the action, I just want to say huge thanks to all the commissioned officers in the Army of Gmodism. As of this recording, Captain Awesome Pupper, Commander Ben Wilkie and Delphin, Lieutenants Ali, Ant-O, Gravy, Flores Dagan, Daniel Zaikin, Owen, Parbagreed, Vincent Veritas, Rick Prill, and Scuba Rocks, and of course, all our cadets. Big thanks also to the Ecclesiarchy of the Gmodism Empire. You are supporting the channel every month over at YouTube, and you may see this video as early access, which is its perk, if you would like that. Both for the cadet level and for the Ecclesiarchy's lowest level, I made it as cheap as possible so that if you would like to support the channel, you can do so without, having to spend so much, which is nice. But in any case, big thanks to all of you who are supporting the channel. It really helps a lot. We're now going to start the timer and unpause for the first battle. The first battle is as the previous two times. In case you missed those videos, they are in the playlist. This rocket is looking beautiful. Well, they are in any case set up with a Duster, a Shrike and a Geiger at 3000 meters range. And this is to do a little easy to hit target overwhelming test with the deep water guard as the enemy. So it looks like we are having no damage so far on any of the deep water guard crafts. It seems that the missile have a hard time reaching the target. No, now we got some incendiary missiles popping in here. It may be that the Geiger has a anti-missile system. Its anti-missile system isn't good per se, but of course it does exist. And this is something that has to be tested against as well. One of the reasons why I like to use the Geiger for this test as well. Because if you have missiles that are too slow and may not be, moving in a way that they are hard to hit, well, then they will get taken out. And that's of course something we'll have to measure as well, because we want our missile systems to actually reach stuff like the Geiger, even though it doesn't have... it's not the hardest thing to shoot down. Well, it does try to shoot down stuff that you shoot at it with. Yes, did that make any sense? It has anti-munition system, that was what I'm trying to say. Looks like they have a good lock on here, and you can see this missile system is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. Look at those gears popping up there, and it has a pop-up function, which is very cool. The Skyfire certainly creates some fires. The Geiger is at 79%. Its anti-missile systems seem to be quite offline, and they just keep popping in there. Look at that. I don't think this airplane has too long to live left. 70%. Oh, that engine is not looking happy either. They come in a really nice and reliable pace. I think the tuning of these APN seems to be quite good. The hit rate of these missiles seem to be quite extraordinary too. It will be very interesting to test it against the, let's say, more scary targets later on. I think the Geiger is done for. The missile platform will now try to face another target, which predictably enough will be Shrike, the next largest one in order. Oh yeah, the APN there did good job of that. Now, even though we have some good results here, taking out... The Duster is dead, yeah. No. Okay, now it's dead. Stop the timer. We did manage to do this at 3 minutes and 52 seconds. Which I think is not very fast, but it looked like the hit rate of those missiles was quite reliable. Well, next up we have a pure scary test. At 3000 meters, as previous times, we'll spawn the flying squirrel. So, the squirrel squad is spawned, and we're gonna keep our eyes peeled on this awesome little pop-up system. Isn't that quite cool? It is. That was a rhetorical question, I believe. Anyways. Oh wow, bam. They almost reach it. I think it's due to the range. Somewhat difficult to have a decent targeting on this thing. Now that is not surprising since we are quite a bit away, 1000 meters, to keeping that laser locked on there. Now we do have a pretty decent detection system on the platform per default, so I don't think there is any issues with the detection. Now the explosions from the squirrels, they're called squirrels, flying squirrels, they are actually making us rock a little bit, which does provide a little bit of inaccuracy added to our system there. Looks like the missile system having a little bit of a hard time reaching the target right now when it's going as low as it is doing right now. And the explosions from these rockets popping in here is just sending us spinning around in funny circles. Ladies and gentlemen, this missile, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. I like it. Float or not, Matros 3rd class has provided a very nice looking rocket. Looks like we are past 2 minutes. One of them is down and one is at 88%. So I wonder how this will develop. 84%. This seems to be the current target. Trying to lock on here, but it's quite difficult getting a decent lock on since these squirrels, well, they are made to move crazily erratic to be almost impossible to hit. If anyone did not bring proximity fuses to the table, ooh, that's gonna be pretty hard, I think. Oh, 80%. Oh, that one got very killed. We have one squirrel left. It is at 100% and 3 minutes has passed. This is going to be quite interesting. Alright. Will it beat the previous records, I wonder? Squirrels has been one of the most challenging targets to beat. So, while the Skyfire by Matros 3rd class Floaternaut did take its time to deal with the Geiger, I think it will be the quickest one to deal with the flying squirrels. It depends though, how long it shall live. Because it ain't dead yet, but it's looking like it's going downhill from here. For the flying squirrel, that is. 89, 4 minutes in. Oh, if it crashes into the water, it's probably gonna be done as well. If it can't get up. Look at that. The propeller back there is burning. If that's burning off, it's going down. 4 minutes and 26 seconds. Can it deal with it? Can it kill it in the next 30 seconds? I think it will be the quickest one to date. 74. Oh, it's burning. Bam! There we go. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. That is, I believe, a record. Next system will be the static from Lightning Hoods. It is quite a good testing target. It is a singular target, but it is pretty quick and out of metal. So here it is important that the contestants bring enough damage to be able to deal with it. It has, so far, not been one of the most challenging systems to beat, but from these initial little blasts, it's looking like, no, it got some hits, it got some decent hits, it looked almost like it had some issues reaching it, but not so. 94%, I'm thinking this could go pretty quick. The Skyfire is launching vigorously. It is definitely a system to behold. Bam, bam, bam. 0 minutes and 54 seconds. Oh, wow. I think that might be a record against the static as well. Now, the difficulty will be increased a notch. The Floaternaut's Skyfire have gotten a friend, so now there are 2 of them. However, they will not meet those easy targets, but we will meet the challenging Hake squadron, which I completely just botched right now. Alright, there we go. So the Hake squadron is of course to be spawned at 5,000 meters, the max distance. So they'll have some time to fire missiles and aim in. When it's coming a group of aircraft, I imagine it can be a less of a surprise, and if they come in a group you can see them from a further distance. Why the Hake, Gannet and the Peregrine squadrons are thus spawned in such a way. Oh well, very interesting. This one is being already very dead. That is quite impressive. Quite fast. Look at that. And here we go. Oh, looking like we got a neat little lock on this one too. Oh wow. 1 of 4 Hakes are down. This one isn't looking too good either. Look at that. Oh well, we're gonna see. We passed a minute, but I mean, like, this may be the quickest one, but it may also not be, because in one of our previous tests, I think it was the was it Cadet Sophia's? Uncertain. Bam, that was a nice kill. In any case, in a previous one, the last Hake did move around and just refuse to die for a while, which kind of inflated the time it took to kill them. So we're gonna see here what this is gonna be. Oh, bam. That is quite epic indeed. Only one Hake wing less left. And it is going to be killed very soon, I believe. Look at that. Missiles are popping in here. I just love the laser pointers. Laser designators for the win. It is the lasers, it is the missile guidance systems I've had the best luck with myself. So I am not surprised to see this quite epic performance. Very nice indeed. 77, it's going down pretty quickly there. Very nice. Well, it's certainly not much of a threat, and now it is dead. And all of that at basically 3 minutes to be somewhat exact. 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 7 seconds. And it's not getting easier. Here, as you may have suspected, we have the Gannet squadron instead. These guys are extremely quick. 186 meters per second. It feels like each of them have a slightly different meters per second top, but whatever. We have, though, decided to lock on to this one. And as you can see, the missiles are popping in here. Oh my. We are... Oh, it's just engulfed in flames. Look at that. It's... One is dead. One is dead. I thought it was this one. Oh, it is that one. The AI got killed. That's quite impressive. Under a minute and the first one gets very dead. Where do we have... Okay, let's see here. This one is the new target. And it's getting very filled with fire. Looks like the Skyfire by Matador's third-class floaternaut is very much better at taking out the Gannet squadron. That is down indeed. We only have one remaining. It's so hard to lock on to the right things here. Oh my gosh, sorry, I just realized this session I have not enabled my smooth mouse. Excuse the non-cinematic views previously to this point. In any case, this thing has 97% health, but you can see it is quickly going down. The missiles are raining in. 94%. We just passed 2 minutes. I wonder if this is a record for this aircraft as well. Will it come up in the lead? We shall see. We have a few waves more, and if, for example, they just are not able to beat any of them, the time will be 12 minutes as a penalty point. Stop the timers. 2 minutes and 33 seconds. That is definitely... I'm not sure actually. I think that's a record. And there we go with the next little wave of enemies. It is the Peregrine, yes, squadron instead. These guys are also very fast. Kind of similar speed, but they are, well, easier to hit. And it's looking like the Skyfire is starting pretty strong here. Look at that. It's just engulfed in flames. Oh, bam. It's going down. That's great. And it's pretty smart too. They are locking onto different targets, I think, which is probably very handy. Maybe more a bit of luck thanks to the laser designating setup, but nonetheless, working setup. I'm thinking this thing may actually spin out of control. It seems to be a little bit out of the bounds here. Whichever system is the closest now, I wonder. Look at that. This is quite cinematic, I think. Look at that. Oh, one fell down. We only have one left. Look at that. Locking on to this. 85%. 2 minutes have not yet passed. Will they beat it in... Okay, not 4 seconds is unlikely. But not too much, not too far over 2 minutes, I think is gonna be a killer here. Bam! There it goes. 2 minutes and 9 seconds. Wow, Matros third class floaternaut has really provided a not only cool looking, but quite deadly anti-air system. As for the 7th round, we have the Hellfire. So we're gonna start the timer and let it run. This is a somewhat challenging enemy to beat. Why? We get 2 of them. Or not enemies, 2 of the, like with the Steel Strider squadrons. We will see, however, if it will be that challenging or not. It's looking like a lot of these missiles are locking in quite a good way. Look at that. 91%. It's going quick. I wonder in how many minutes will we be able to take this down. 87%. 86. And now it's been a minute, so I'm very much wondering how long will it take to beat this. So far it has been pretty efficient at evading missiles by going up to space, making a lot of the VLMs basically miss. The previous 2 system by Omicron Mark 1, Matros first class, and Sophia Cadet is VLM system, that's vertical launch missiles. By the way, if you think I throw around too many acronyms, check the workshop on my Steam page. I have a dictionary actually from the depth with all the acronyms and words that may be useful if you want to get into this game like a pro. Alright, 77. We are passing 2 minutes any second now. That's kind of interesting that it is pretty good at surviving when it's close like this. The lasers are like panicking to trying to aim somewhere, and they just struggle getting a decent lock on. So right now, oh, what a catastrophe. It's spiraling just above them. We're gonna have such a hard time aiming at them. The missiles just will not lock on. Look at that. We are 2.5 minutes. When are the missiles gonna be able to finish him off, I wonder? What a unfortunate circumstance. Oh, but there we got some hits. Stop the timer, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. That is pretty good anyways, I must say. Very impressive. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Well made. Floaternaut, we're gonna count these scores here. Let's see what you got. And yeah, I'm actually mathing here. I got the results. And according to my results, it's 20 minutes and 12 seconds all in all, which is the best so far. Well, this is gonna be very interesting. Good job, Matros Floternal. That is quite cool. It's looking very nice as well, and well, we're gonna see how it develops. In any case, big thanks for watching, and if you are enjoying this series, don't forget to leave a like. Also, I'll see you in future videos. If you want to join future channels, make sure you are in the Army of Gmodism. Joining the Army of Gmodism as a enlisted is of course free. The commissioned officers is a Patreon, not the AoG as its entirety, because some people seem to mix that up sometimes. So I just wanted to say that. In any case, this challenge is only for people in the Army of Gmodism, but as well, you can join today easily. Just assign the Discord roles. That's how we do it. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.